We were saying a second ago that you've recently had a win, which presumably is a good sort of warm-up for this tournament. I would imagine that you particularly look forward to this one, having won it last year.
Yeah, it's a great tournament to be playing in, and I'm really looking forward to to playing tomorrow night in front of hopefully a really good crowd and playing well. That's the most important thing of all, is that I play well and get the right result. So it's just a matter of like getting out there now. Done all the preparation. Just looking forward to getting out there.
Okay, hang on a second. I'm just going to bring it down. Now, last year's success, I'm sure that must breed a certain amount of confidence, because presumably a lot of your game, or any player's game, is about confidence. You know you have done it, you have won this competition, so you must be particularly up for this one.
I'm up for all the tournaments really. The ones that we really want to do well in is the ranking events. It comes first, but this just says us, this isn't just any old tournament. This is like the Benson Hedges, and it's at Wembley. It's like the home tournament for me. So there's a lot more incentives, in the back of my mind to win this tournament than any other tournament, because I get so much crowd behind me here, and you're playing for them as well as for yourself. So it's good for me to do well here, because I know I'm giving everyone something to shout about.
Obviously you have to cope with the day-to-day pressure of competition, but it must be nice to have your fans there cheering you on, and presumably that means you enjoy it more, this particular tournament.
That's right, yeah. Obviously, last year was great to even get to the final, just to be there on the last day and give everyone, like it was, a great feeling to be there, and especially to win it was like the ice on the cake, really. Not that I didn't expect to win it, but it was just nice to get the result. Sometimes you can't be certainties in this sort of level of snooker, so it was nice to win it, and I'm looking forward to going back there this year.
At the moment, snooker's sort of known as being one of those sports where one person is seen to dominate. You've got youth on your side. You're obviously going to be around for a long time. Do you see yourself as breaking Hendry's sort of stranglehold on things? I mean, is that something that you think about, or do you not even get to that stage?
Yeah, you're always thinking about that, because he's stuck up there on a pedestal, and he's everybody's snooker player wants to do what he wants to do in the game, and you have to look at him for what he's done in the game to think, well, that's what you've got to do in the game to deserve to take over that sort of mantelpiece that he's holding at the moment. And there's a few good young players coming up there that are really trying, to get there. And so there's a lot of competition out there, but he's still the #1 player in the world, and he's won the World Championships the last 4 years, so he's still the man to beat. But obviously there's many good players nowadays. There's not just Stephen Hendry, Steve Davis, John Parrott and Jimmy White. There's maybe 6 or 7, or probably even more. There's just the ones that people know about, like Peter Ebdon, John Higgins and that. There's so many good players about that you just got to be on top of your game from the first round onwards. There's no these days of maybe a couple of easy matches and you get through and you find your form. If you don't find your form in the first round, the chances are that you're going to get beat. So it just makes the game a lot more stiffer with the competition in it, and that's only good for the game, because it's there's not going to be just someone dominating every snooker tournament of the year now. So there's maybe be 7 or 8 winners last year. There's probably be the same this year. That's what makes it that much more better. But it's the big ones that the top players gear themselves up for. And I know Hendry makes the World Championships his first priority, and then the Bensons the second, along with the UK. So it just goes to show that the calibre of the players in this tournament is the top 16 in the world, and you're just getting the cream here.
Okay, hang on a second, I'm just going to change it again. Bit of variety. Okay. Going on to think about your own career, you sort of started off with such a bang, winning your first tournament so young. How do you feel you've progressed since then? How happy are you with the progress you've made?
To be honest, not very happy. I'd expect to have won a lot more tournaments than I have done. But there again, if you're not producing the goods, you don't deserve to. And I don't feel like I've done myself justice over the last few years the way I've been playing. But then again, you know, I've still got to number 3 in the world, and you know, I've been picking up tournaments, you know, like two a year, and you know, that's not bad. You know, I've always been second to Hendry over the last couple of years, but then again, I know there's a lot more young players coming through, so I'm going to have to step up my own game, you know. And I haven't really done myself justice over the last few years in performances in tournaments. As far as I'm concerned, I know many people would, you know, swap everything they've done, you know, that have been in the game for a long time to have done what I've done, but you know, we're all individuals at the end of the day, and we know exactly what we're capable of. And to me, I don't think I've done myself justice, but you know, you just got to keep battling, and hopefully it'll come right for you. And you know, as soon as you hit a purple patch, bingo, you start winning a few, and you just got to keep the ball rolling, really, you know, just to keep winning. The confidence keeps, you know, sky high, and that's what it's all about, is winning tournaments. No one remembers anyone coming second. So that's just what you got to do. You just got to try and win as many tournaments as you can.
Okay, finally then, what would it mean to you to win this Benson Hedges Masters? What do you think it would mean to you to pick it up for the second year in a row?
It would be a mega feeling, you know, to win this one again, you know, because I remember last year was, you know, it was probably the best after final, you know, like when you win the final for afterwards, you know, it's all round, it's a great tournament. So I mean, just thinking back to then, I want it again, you know, I want that sort of same taste. So, but I know it's going to be, you know, probably even harder this year than it is last year, because you know, I'm returning it this year, and people expect me to, you know, hopefully go all the way. But I can only do my job as well as I can. So I mean, I just have to, you know, just take one match at a time, and not get too, you know, look too far ahead. And I've got Nigel Benn. That would be him. I'm much rather Nigel Bond than Nigel Benn. But I mean, you know, I'm just looking forward to this match. I'm glad I'm playing in the evening, because the atmosphere seems to be a lot better then. And but you just got to concentrate on the match, and try and forget everything else that's going on around you, and just, you know, even if I have to grind out a result, I know I'm not known for that, but I mean, you know, as long as you get the win at the end of the day, that's all that you want. You know, you can always, you know, play better next time, but it's just important you can play well and get beat. You know, I'd rather play bad and win. You know, so it's just getting the right result, and it's just, you know, gritting your teeth and battling. If things go right for me on a night, then yeah, I'll play flying snooker, but if things don't go right, then I'll have to battle in other ways, in which is playing a lot of safety. But at least I know, like, that it's, you know, you've got to really try hard, and there's the top 16 players in the world. You're not going to get any easy matches. You've got to be on top of your game.
Well, I hope you finish up with a victory and